There is rain forecasted, and it is definitely not looking too good in the west. Hopefully the rain will be light and steady, and not damage the track or delay practice too long. The rest of the weekend is looking dry, and temperatures in the mid-70s. Should be perfect RC racing weather.
So that's the N1?
Yeah, with the VRP package from Mike, adding the 319 front shocks, giving us more droop. He redesigned the back too. All the aluminum that's not black is from Mike from VRP Pro.
Okay.
And these are the 319 front shocks. Hopefully it'll give it that more of before it was just slamming and then it would jump, ricochet off because it was just slapping. Now we're not, your chassis is not hitting the ground now. And the ass in got more, you bring the levers more out with it.
So with the shocks traverse like that, do you have to run a softer spring generally?
Well, we went to a stiffer back spring. It came with the medium shocks.
Running a low profile head.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be.
That's
right.
something new I just did with low profile.
Let's take a closer look at this year's track. The front stretch this year is simply wide open and allows the racers to really pinch the throttle. The expanded metal pit lane is a great design. It allows the dirt to fall through, making traction predictable and consistent. Hip check is kind of a drop-down elevation change jump. It is at an angle, so cars may have the tendency to twist. The elbow is a 90-degree turn with a painted apex. There is a little jump at the exit of the turn, just to interrupt your approach to the next corner. Panic rev wall. Do you have enough speed to just get over, or are you all in and flying into Frank Miller's pits? Getting it right is a little bit of a dance with the throttle. This next corner has a slight rolling bump, which will cause the cars to get light and potentially roll over. Just remember to not come into it too hot. Dos Amigos is 2 double jumps in a row. You can triple in with a perfect approach, but doubling down would be the safe bet here. A pitcher mound corner is what is next, Major League, which on occasion was a major pain. The pinch. Cars will funnel down into this 180, which is only about 5 feet wide. Stick to the low side at the pipe, and you will have no issues. The next jump is a double coming straight at the driver's stand. Getting the right amount of speed to carry this jump, without overcooking it, would be a challenge. Next up is Monument Valley. This is the largest jump on the track. There is a nicely shaped takeoff and a graduated landing for pillow soft descent. Overshoot and your car is definitely going to have a hard impact. We did get a peek at Frank Miller's car as he was prepping for practice. Here it is, looking good. Amber Lee gives Frank's engine a quick adjustment before sending him out for practice. She's Frank's pit gal and is one of the best in the business. The initial laps look pretty good. Frank clears the big double with ease. Traction is kinda old school right now, but this track will most likely groove up as the weekend goes on. There is a full-scale dirt oval race tonight next door. You can hear the roar of the big V8s in the background. That was a nice aerial correction over the big double. Frank's lines are smooth, and he already has a nice comfort level for this layout. We will see how the event progresses and how the surface develops. I think we are in for a great race here at the Midwest Nationals, hosted by the Slidewayz, Offroad RC Club. Here is some rare footage of Corey running a team-associated e-buggy. They run a 40-plus class here at Slidewayz, and Corey usually breaks out something to run. This is the latest B4 buggy, and is quite different than the previous car. It's not really Corey's favorite class, but is an easy one to run that doesn't conflict with his pit duties. Alec is out on a qualifying run with his nitro car and putting in some quick laps. Slidewayz has done things a little different this year and has put up a cash prize for the top 3 spots in the pro classes. This has added some excitement and motivated the racers to do their best. Here is Frank going big over the front double. His techno car is looking pretty good on this track. The engine tune looks spot on, and the grip level is decent. He is perfect through the Dos Amigos doubles, which sets him up for a good line through the mound and into the pinch. Carter has made the trip this year with the Paintwerks team, and is out on a qualifying run with his Novorossi-powered B3.2. His car is looking fantastic on this South Dakota clay. He makes a perfect line through the Dos Amigos and snaps around the mound. He just clears the valley, making a nice soft landing on the other side. I think it is safe to say he is comfortable with his car. Amberley gives Frank's truck a few adjustments before sending him out on his qualifying run. That was a nice correction in the air, to prepare for a fluid landing. His truck looks pretty good, maybe a little slippery looking compared to his buggy, probably related to his tires. Frank makes an emergency adjustment to avoid the marshal, and ends up with a controlled tank slapper heading into the elbow. This being a qualifying run, he is really driving on the edge, and in full punch mode.
Alright, so we're catching up here with Frank Miller, who after round 2, I caught up with Frank earlier and he said he wasn't doing so good, but I begged to argue with that. He ran, how'd you do this next round, Frank?
Buggy I did pretty good. Ran a little bit faster than first round TQ pace. I think there were 6 of us that topped first round TQ pace. I don't know where I'm sitting right now. I think kind of top half of the A sort. Buggy feels great. Truggy, I'm still kind of working on things. I feel like I'm driving the thing harder than the buggy, but I'm just a little bit off pace.
Did you make any changes from round 1 to round 2?
The only change I went with is I went from a green to a blue, what are these, reflex. I think I'm gonna probably go a little bit heavier in my diffs here since the grip's coming up. I might bar up tomorrow, but see what that does. Just gotta stand on it. Mistakes, making too many mistakes. That's where it's getting me.
You want to show us your vehicles?
Sure. I'm running the NT 48 2.0 Techno and the NB 48 2.1. I run the Ultimate engines. I got the MTS in the truck, and I'm running an M3X. It's the older generation of Ultimate. I think it's the MXS is the new motor now. I have one, I just haven't broke it in yet.
So the difference there basically is a hard-coated crank, kinda?
So, it has the DLC crank. Still has a 21J carb. I'm sure there might be a little differences in the porting. They're both 3-port motors, but from the DLC coating, I guess I can't really say what else is different, but they rip. They're good motors.
Yep, they sound great. I got some video of you, of course. So, what are you running for servos?
I run here. I can take my body off. Looky here. I run the Send It RC HV626 servos in both cars. The ones in my truck I've had for 2 seasons now, and they haven't skipped a beat. So had good luck with them. Yeah, they're cheap. Really good deal. Other than that, that's sponsor stuff. I'd like to thank BHRC for helping me out as well, and my girlfriend Amberly, she's a trooper.
She's looking the other way right now.
She's shy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just got to hammer down for tomorrow for mains this last round here.
All right.
It's main day, and Nitro Buggy B Main is on deck. Things are starting off a little rough for Riley Myers. There is an issue with his rear differential. A crew descends upon his car to quickly diagnose and attempt to resolve the issue. He will be shorted on his warm-up laps, but I think Riley will be just fine. The races will be started from pit lane instead of a grid. This is done to ensure a good start, and also is a good way to go if you are short on participants. It takes the drama and some excitement out of the starts, but is totally fair for the races. Riley tries to make a quick pass for the lead. A little wheel click, and Roscoe would move into second. Brunson would short the valley and need a marshal. Roscoe would make it to the loop first on lap 1. Riley would chase down Roscoe and start applying pressure. Not really sure what that was. A quick donut by Riley in the elbow. Roscoe shorts the double and puts the youngster right back on his wing. Roscoe would stretch his lead a bit, pulling a 2-second gap over Riley. His fresh-built Kyosho is looking really smooth. He is jumping the valley perfectly, with a nice pillow soft landing. Myers comes in for fuel. He had taken over the lead of the race at about the halfway point.
Right through the lap traffic. Go through that rhythm section double.
Riley would go on to win this race, followed by Roscoe and Brunson. Next up is the Nitro Buggy Final. Both Alec and Carter have qualified in. They would be challenged, however, by Seth Van Dalen, Carl Holmberg, Frank Miller, Torian Mitchell, and others. Corey will be pitting them both, so the pit lane start method lifts a little stress off the situation. The start went smooth, and Alec has tucked in behind Kyle and Seth. Torian Mitchell is being carried off, looks like either an early flame out or mechanical. Seth is running a torrid pace, but makes a mistake and puts Alec right on his wing. These guys grew up together racing, and are pretty good mates.
Right there.
Seth is putting pressure on Kyle now for the lead. He has his eye on the prize, or should I say prize money. Alec is having an awesome race too, hanging tough with these fast guys. Frank Miller, Carter Gosh, and Mike Little are in a tight battle for the 4th position. Frank gets a little crazy there, pulling full trigger, and Carter sneaks in a little closer. The youngster rockets off the corner and leaps over Frank, totally throwing caution to the wind.
to the floor. Frank Miller 5. Mike Little 6. Roscoe 7. Brian Meyer 2. And Eric Howard 9.
Alec comes in for fuel, a routine stop. But Corey somehow touches an outdrive on the front end causing, well, just a flesh wound. He'll live.
I'm bleeding.
Unfortunately for Frank, he would suffer a mechanical and is out of this one. Carter would also suffer some engine trouble, dropping him down in the order.
Blue and white. Right behind Riley is actually 4th position. That's a good battle.
The last race of the day for the team is the Truggy Final. Alec has started in the 3rd position behind the Van Dalen duo of Seth and Sean. He is running a safe pace and keeping in touch with 2nd place. Sean is a little rough through the Dos Amigos and needs to swerve to the left. This opens the door for Alec to move into 2nd. Sean stuffs the tube in the pinch, giving Alec some breathing room. Seth Van Dalen is running a torrid pace out front with his ultimate-powered Techno Truggy. He makes his way through traffic with patience and precision. A perfect landing through the valley sets him up for a nice tight corner onto the front stretch.
Alright guys, working on a using transponder. We're at 4:16 down. Transponder not technically on the back of the back over. Just trying to
I think I'm gonna do a bottle, dude. I just don't feel confident right now.
Frank is having a great race in Truggy and has moved himself into the 4th position. He is looking for a little redemption after breaking out of the buggy final. A little bit of drama has developed as Seth had a little issue in the pits. Alec has taken over the lead with a bit of a gap. He will need to find a little bit of magic to stay in front.
Alright, looks like Seth is getting back around. He's still in a podium position. Even after a right now.
Alec is running nice clean laps, but Seth has engaged beast mode. Seth would eventually catch up, putting Alec in full defense mode.
Side by side through the rhythm now. Alec looking inside. It's a forced move right there. Left the two guys go by. He is battle right now. We're at 12 minutes, guys. 12 minutes. 18 to go. Battle on the track right now between the yellow, blue, and black. White. Oh, and they both get caught up in the rhythm.
There is an incident in the doubles, and Alec makes it out first.
We'll run through the order real quick. It's Seth, Don, Frank, Corey, Kyle, Eric, Keith, Nate, and Rob.
It doesn't take long, and Seth is back on the hunt. Seth sneaks to the inside and attempts a triple.
All right, through the rhythm, are you leaders?
Some minor contact is made, and Seth, being the ultimate professional, gives the position up and allows Alec back to the racing line. Seriously, I think they are simply having fun. Seth would eventually get Alec and take over first place. The fast pace and clean laps, however, have put Alec on the bumper of Sean, third place. Knowing Sean's racecraft and his never-give-up attitude, he surely isn't willing to go a lap down. Frank Miller is running great in fourth position. He has had a clean run this far with no issues. A little misjudgment on his closing speed, he gives a little bump to a competitor. Alec would pass Sean and has secured the second position. Unfortunately, a few laps later, his battery connection would fail, dropping him out of the race. Seth continues his Sunday drive at the front, and Frank Miller moves to third on the podium and a cash payout.
Number 1 plate, Rick and Old 2 minutes ago, that 2 minutes to go.